And this one is going to be getting into our very very secret places. Very secret places, but let me contextualize it now. So we have been misunderstood for the longest time. Misunderstood because we are different. And by difference I mean we don't do what most people do. And we are not afraid to come out with the fact that we are not like everybody else. And so there were times where we would be called, ooh, Ellen G. White. And if you are not Adventist and you're watching this, Ellen G. White was a prophetess that lived in the 1800s, and she got visions from God and revelations from God, and she wrote books, amazing, outstanding books that we as the Seventh-day Adventist Church read. It's not exclusive to us. If you believe in God, you would benefit from these books. So that's the lady. But here's why we were called that lady, because she's known to communicate moral uprightness and high standards. So everyone who upholds high standards is then called, oh, Miss Goody Two Shoes, Ellen G. White. So we've been called that. Other people have said, oh no, you're just friends because you are that type of way. So let me address the elephants in the room. We started a movement. I don't know if it's a movement or like a series of seminars where we were teaching people, young girls, especially on purity, because it's what we believe. With our hearts, with our lives, we believe in purity so much. And when we have these seminars and people who know about us through those seminars have come to realize that we are virgins. So by virtue of that, yeah, people are like, ooh, who do they think they are? One guy said to you, oh, you guys are only friends because you're virgins. So here's the question that I'm posing. Are we only friends because we're virgins, or are we virgins because we are friends? What do you guys have to say about that?
We are virgins because we are friends.
Okay.
It's not like we don't go through things that people go through.
Girl,
Trust me, when you're just in the room with your boyfriend, you're like, ooh, what's going on?
Yeah,
it gets real. It gets real.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that everything you do, God needs to be the center of it. And God is a God of morals.
oh child.
And if you understand Him and understand what He wants, you know at that moment, what I am getting myself into, it's not what He wants.
Yeah.
So
the choice is between our flesh and God.
yes.
And God always wins.
Yes, that's where it starts. And then when it comes to us, because we speak the same language,
Babes.
and we understand where we are with Him, then
And I really agree with what you're saying, Lucy. For us, our conversation has been a preservation. We're not hiding things from each other, and we're not hiding the truth from each other. Like if I've overstepped, and for us overstepping is like allowing your hormones and your emotions to get the better of you. I'd be like, guys, it's gotten real. Let us. But before I say let us, it's always, what does God say, bro? If you're coming to us to hear something contrary to what God has to say, sorry, the standard has not changed. So for us, our biggest preservation has been our conversation, because we talk and we remind ourselves, guys, Sibamba 25, we're 25, you're 26, but nothing has changed. God still wants what God wants. It's always, oh, you got a new boyfriend, woo! The standard has not changed. So we literally talk about upholding this principle, this standard, this moral. Yeah.
And for me, it's just like when you're in the moment, man, it's God. Okay? God is just like at the, and in my friends, like I genuinely think about you guys.
Yeah.
I cannot afford to. Like before my mother and my family, my friends are just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to do that to our friendship.
And not that we would hate you, because
it's
just
disappoint.
It's like how what we've been talking about
For so long. Yeah, for me, it's a thing of, I literally consider you guys. Imagine if I did not have the kind of friends that I have.
No, Thuli, that is true. That's true. Yeah, that is so true, because you know what? Some people do things because they have not set a standard. Like, it's okay to do it because I haven't said it's not okay to do it. Because we have told ourselves, but we're not going to do this. This is what we believe. It's okay for us not to do it, and it's not okay for us to do it. Okay, now I'm going to say something that will be like a bit of a a bit of a spanner in the works. Okay, but before I get to that, why have you chosen to be pure? Because it's really not about virginity. And it's something you were saying, Lucy. It's not just about virginity. Virginity is just the evidence, the manifestation of what you're really thinking in your mind, what you already have in your heart. The aim is purity. And so there are people who could be watching this who are like, but I'm not a virgin. What does that mean about me? It means from this day you decide to be pure. From this day you say, in my mind, in my heart, also in my area, I am deciding to be pure. So why have you decided to be pure? What does it mean to you?
For me, it's got a lot to do with honoring God with my body, because God says present your body as a living sacrifice.
Come on.
So how do you present your body if you're not going to be in line with the laws and the morals that we need to uphold? And for me, it's also a matter of, like, God's been showing me beauty. When I say do not, these are the consequences thereof. So when he says do not, and I just keep seeing these things happening, and I'm just like, why would I want to get myself into that? So when God says do not, listen, you know,
Literally.
and there's consequences that follow with that do not. He knows why he says it. So yeah, for me, it's a personal thing about honoring God with my body.
Yeah, literally. Also for me, there's that, but also the thing of, I want what's best for me. I've seen too many stories to want to do that to myself. So I'm just like, I'm choosing this. It's safe for me. It's safe for my mind, my sanity. I know that if I happen to skip a period, it's not because something is up. It's just because let me go to the doctor to find out. I'm not tense. I'm not worried about that. Also, I know that I'm doing what God wants me to do. There's so much peace. There's so much peace in doing right. So for me, even if like God was to say, "Alright, guys, it's fine. You can go ahead and have a talk," be like, "Nah, that's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay."
For me, it's about the kind of people God uses. For example, Mary in the Bible. That woman was pure. That woman was pure, and God chose her, and He was like, "I want you because you are pure. No man has touched you. Nothing is dirty with you. You are pure, and I'm gonna use you to deliver the son, my son, who's going to." I was never right. Who's going to deliver my children? So it's also about God choosing the people He uses. He wants a person who is pure with your mind, with your heart, with your soul, and with your body. So I want God to be comfortable with His things by using me. So yeah, it's all about that.
We was never ready.
Listen, I'm getting teary-eyed.
So in essence, Ngi, you're saying we know that God wants to use His people on this earth, and He uses people He can trust. People who trust Him. If you want God to use you, y'all. Okay. Anyway, I said I would throw a spanner in the works. And here's my spanner in the works. Guys, now I'm no longer waiting on marriage to have sex. And here's what I mean. God's never promised me marriage. Not in the Bible, not in my dream. Sure, I have a desire to be married. I have a desire to have kids. I have a desire to have a husband. But God has never promised me marriage. If Thuli, you're waiting for me because I said I'm coming, right? You won't wake up in the morning and say, I'm waiting for Mbumi. No, If I said I'm not coming, don't wait for me. So marriage has never been promised to me. Like God has not said, boom, you are getting married, boo. So then that means, oh yeah, then I'll keep myself pure for my husband. Marriage is never promised to me, so I'm not waiting for marriage to have sex. I am pure because it's God's standard, it's God's requirement, but also I know it's good for me. And another thing that happens is that if I'm waiting for marriage and marriage doesn't come, I'll be frustrated. But I'm getting 35, so I can't have kids. I'm 40, this thing is not happening, and I end up resenting God. And what do? Clearly, this thing isn't working, so let me just have sex with any and everyone. But because it's not about a promise, it's not about something I'm targeting, it's about my daily life. It's about the one I'm waiting for, which is God. And so in me waiting for God to return, I'm waiting purposely. I'm waiting with purpose, and I'm not using this marriage stick as something I'm heading towards, and not violating my body and defrauding somebody else because I'm waiting. So I'm not waiting for marriage to have sex. I'm not waiting for anything. Sure, I will have sex in marriage because that is God's construct. That's what He had in mind. But I'm not going to frustrate myself and use this as a chip. See, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. For me, it's not about anything. It's about God. It's about me. It's about purpose. Alright. Yeah. So that is the end of our chat. That is the end of our discussion.